Let's boost your English skills.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the Boost English podcast. This is Olivia, and I'm so happy you're here. Today, we'll have a fun conversation so you can practice your English listening skills. Get ready to boost your vocabulary while hearing a natural chat.
Hey everyone, I'm Flora. It's my first time on this show, and I'm excited to join Olivia. I've been listening to this podcast for a while, so it feels great to be part of the conversation. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Flora. Before we jump into our main topic, how are you doing? Have you been staying busy this week, or did you get some time to relax?
I've been keeping myself busy with work projects, but I managed to enjoy a little break. I took my dog for some long walks, which definitely helped me recharge. How about you?
I'm doing well. I tried a new homemade smoothie recipe yesterday. It tasted okay, but I feel like it needs more strawberries or something sweet next time. I'm not the best cook, but I'm trying.
I'm sure it was still pretty refreshing, right? Sometimes experimenting in the kitchen is half the fun, even if the result isn't perfect. It's all about learning and trying again.
Absolutely. I might not become a master chef, but I'll keep practicing. Anyway, let's not let our listeners wait too long for our main topic. Today, we're discussing 5 benefits of drinking enough water. We'll also touch on how much water we should drink daily.
That's an important topic. Hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. It helps our bodies in so many ways. I've heard that even mild dehydration can affect your mood and concentration. Are you ready to dig into this?
I sure am. But first, a quick question. Have you already had enough water today? I'm on my second glass, but I'm planning to drink more soon.
I've had 1 glass this morning, but I'll need more. Sometimes I just forget. That's why today's discussion is useful for me too. Maybe we should each keep a bottle next to us as a reminder.
That's a good idea. All right, let's jump into the first benefit of drinking enough water. It helps regulate body temperature. When we're well hydrated, our bodies can cool down through sweat and keep our temperature stable.
Yes, that's something a lot of people don't think about. On hot days or when you exercise, drinking water allows you to sweat effectively. Sweating might sound gross, but it's our natural air conditioning system.
It sure is. On hot days, you'll notice you sweat more. If you're not drinking enough water, you can't keep up that cooling process. You might get overheated or feel dizzy. So that's a pretty big benefit.
Definitely. Let's move on to the second benefit. Water supports healthy digestion. If you're dehydrated, you might have issues with constipation because your body needs enough fluid to move waste through.
Right. Staying hydrated is key for a smooth digestive process. Plus, drinking water can help us feel more satisfied after meals, so we're not tempted to overeat. It's a win-win, especially if you're trying to stay healthy.
Exactly. I've noticed I feel better overall when I keep up my water intake. It's not just about avoiding constipation, it's also about helping nutrients travel through the body. Water is like a transport system.
Yes, and that ties into the third benefit. Water helps with nutrient absorption. Our cells need water to absorb vitamins and minerals properly. If you're drinking enough, you're helping your body use the nutrients in your food.
That's a solid point. Some people focus on eating nutritious meals, but forget that water is essential for making sure all that good stuff gets to the right places. I think that's something we can easily overlook.
I agree. The next benefit, number 4, is something I mentioned earlier. Water can help improve mood and concentration. Our brains are made up of a large percentage of water, so even slight dehydration can affect how we think and feel.
Yes, I sometimes get headaches if I haven't had water in a while. Then I realize I'm probably dehydrated. After a couple of glasses, I feel a lot better. It's surprising how quickly the body reacts to hydration.
Headaches are a common sign of dehydration, and people might think they need coffee or medication, but often a simple glass of water can help. Of course, if it's persistent, you should see a doctor, but water is a great first step.
Absolutely. And staying clear-headed helps in so many daily tasks. Whether you're at work, studying, or just trying to enjoy a hobby, dehydration can really slow you down. So that's a huge benefit.
Now, for the 5th benefit, it can help support weight management. Drinking water before meals can help you feel full, so you're less likely to overeat. Also, replacing sugary drinks with water can cut down on extra calories.
Right. When I was trying to lose a few pounds, I'd start my meal with a big glass of water. It made me feel satisfied more quickly, so I didn't devour everything in sight. It's simple, but it works.
It does. And it's not some magical trick. It's just about helping your body recognize that it's not super hungry. Also, water has 0 calories, so switching from soda or juice can make a big difference over time.
Definitely. So, those are our 5 key benefits: regulating body temperature, aiding digestion, helping absorb nutrients, improving mood and concentration, and supporting weight management. All very important.
Yes. Now let's touch on how much water to drink daily. The common guideline is about 8 8-ounce glasses a day, which is roughly 2 liters, but it can vary based on your activities, the climate, and your body size.
Exactly. Some people might need more if they exercise or live in a hot place. Others might be okay with slightly less, but it's a decent baseline to follow. And of course, you also get water from foods like fruits and vegetables.
That's true. If you're eating watery fruits like watermelon or oranges, you're getting some hydration there too, but it's still good to drink plain water throughout the day to make sure you stay on track.
Yes, I carry a bottle with me and I try to finish it by noon, then refill it and finish that by late afternoon. It's a routine that helps me keep count without overthinking. Otherwise, I'd probably just forget.
That's a smart habit. I usually do something similar. I keep a tumbler at my desk, and whenever it's empty, I refill it right away. It's a visual reminder that helps me realize I haven't had water in a while.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll set a reminder on my phone if I'm really busy. It's funny how we can forget such a basic need. Drinking water should be automatic, but daily life can distract us from it.
So true. And it's especially crucial in the summer. Once you're really thirsty, you're already behind on hydration. So sipping water regularly is better than chugging a ton after you feel parched.
Yes, definitely. That sudden flood of water can help, but consistent sipping is more comfortable and probably healthier overall. Our bodies like balance, right?
Exactly. Speaking of balance, do you ever find that if you drink too much water at once, you feel kind of bloated?
I do. I tried to catch up after a long dry spell once, and I felt like a water balloon. Now, I space it out. A few sips here and there. It keeps me energized and clear-headed.
Same here. My tip is to add a slice of lemon or cucumber if plain water gets boring. It adds a little flavor, but it's still pretty healthy and fresh. I know some people add mint or berries too.
Yes, fruit-infused water is refreshing. It's like a spa treatment for your mouth, and it's a natural alternative to flavored water that might have extra sugar or chemicals.
I love that description. A spa treatment for your mouth. That's exactly how it feels. So to sum up, we've got these 5 benefits of drinking enough water, plus some tips on how much to drink and how to make it interesting.
Right? And just remember, we're not doctors, so if you have a special health condition, be sure to check with a professional. But for most people, these guidelines can really help improve overall well-being.
Yes, always good to mention that. Okay, we've covered the main points. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some tricky words and phrases we use today. We want our English learners to fully understand what we've been saying.
Great idea. Let's do it. We mentioned the word hydration a lot. Should we start with that?
Sure. Hydration refers to the process of providing or receiving water. When we say you need to stay hydrated, it means you should keep enough water in your body so everything functions well.
Exactly. It's related to the verb hydrate, which means to supply water. If you're dehydrated, you have too little water in your body, which can cause problems like headaches or fatigue.
Next is absorption, which we used when we talked about how our bodies soak up nutrients. Absorption means taking something in. In this case, it's how our cells take in vitamins, minerals, or water itself.
Right? Another word we used was regulate, as in regulate body temperature. To regulate something means to control it or keep it within normal limits. Our bodies regulate temperature through sweat and other processes.
Exactly. Another phrase that might be new is baseline, which you used when talking about 8 glasses a day. A baseline is a starting point or a standard level that we measure from or use as a reference.
Yes, that's right. Also, we used parched to mean extremely thirsty or very dry. If you say, I feel parched, it means you really need water.
We talked about quenching thirst, too. To quench is to satisfy or relieve a strong need, like thirst. If your throat is dry and you drink cold water, you're quenching your thirst.
Exactly. We also mentioned constipation, which is when you have difficulty passing stool. It happens often when there isn't enough water or fiber in your system.
Right. We might not love talking about it, but it's a real issue. Another phrase we used is transport system, describing how water moves nutrients around. Transport basically means carrying things from one place to another.
Yes. Another interesting phrase you used was overeat. That's pretty straightforward, but it means eating more than you need, usually to the point of feeling uncomfortably full.
Correct. We also said cut down on extra calories. To cut down on something means to reduce it. So if you cut down on soda, you're drinking it less often or in smaller amounts.
We mentioned routine, like when I said I try to finish one bottle before noon. A routine is a habit or a set of regular actions that you do in your daily life.
Yes, and we use the word baseline again, but it's worth repeating. That's just the standard or main guideline we start from. We also talked about spa treatment, but that's more a playful expression. It suggests something luxurious or relaxing.
Definitely. Another term that might be new is bloating, which is that feeling of swelling or fullness, often in the stomach area. Drinking too much water too fast can cause a bloated feeling.
Right. It's different from proper hydration. It's more like a temporary overload of fluid. Anything else we need to explain? I think we covered quite a lot.
We did mention mild dehydration, which basically means you're slightly dehydrated, not severely. Even mild cases can cause headaches or lack of focus.
Yes, good point. That wraps up our vocabulary recap. We hope this helps clear up any confusing words. Feel free to go back and listen again if you need extra practice with these terms.
That's right. Listening multiple times can help the new vocabulary stick in your memory. And now, as we near the end, should we remind everyone to stay hydrated?
Of course. So, everyone, keep sipping that water. And if you ever feel tired or foggy, maybe try a glass of water before grabbing another cup of coffee. It might help more than you think.
Great advice. Thank you again for having me on the show, Olivia. I had a blast talking about water and its benefits. I hope the listeners enjoyed it too.
I'm so glad you joined today, Flora. You were fantastic. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Boost English. Stay hydrated, stay curious, and keep practicing your English every day.
Yes, thanks everyone. Remember to keep a water bottle handy and don't forget those tips we mentioned. We appreciate your time and hope you learned something useful.
Absolutely. All right, that's all for now. Thanks again for listening. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time on the Boost English podcast. Bye for now.